has reached levels not seen in millions of years.
Climate change is here and getting worse.
Extreme weather has wrought havoc all over
It's
the world.
happening here and now.
We are running out of damage by the water.
So there's been a lot of news about climate change. A lot of bad news, that is. And for the good news?
Right.
Well, there hasn't really been any. Until recently. Today we're facing the hard truth of climate change with the stubborn relentlessness of human will. And good news is happening.
Right. And now for some good news.
Every day, new solutions are emerging. And not just wouldn't it be neat if solutions, real solutions. Our ability to convert sunshine into usable energy is rapidly becoming more advanced and accessible. Which is great because every hour the sun is sending enough raw energy to Earth to meet the entire world's energy demands for a full year. And the cost for clean energy technologies is dropping. Right now, the cost of solar energy is equal to or cheaper than fossil fuel energy in about 79 countries.
I didn't even know there were 79 countries.
And the electric car market is booming thanks to falling battery prices. And guess who likes that?
Who?
All types of people from around the world are starting to embrace renewable solutions. Schools are being powered by clean energy. Financial institutions are realizing dirty energy is a bad investment. And businesses are finding that going green is good for the bottom line. Which leads us to more good news. These solutions are actually working. It turns out that what is good for the environment is also good for the economy in many ways, like reducing poverty, spurring innovation, and creating jobs. In 2013, nearly 6.5 million people were employed globally by the renewable energy industry.
Job creation. Brilliant.
Right, and while other industries are shrinking, renewables are growing as new technologies and capabilities are being rapidly discovered.
And here's some more great news.
This groundswell of support for renewable energy is forcing leaders and governments to take action. The two biggest carbon emitters, China and the US, have made moves to curb their carbon pollution and invest in cleaner energy technologies. And they're not alone. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon is convening nations to forge a climate treaty that could unify the world to work together and lower our carbon emissions, transitioning us to a global clean energy society.
Hi, I'm Yen.
And I'm Litzy.
And welcome back to Yen and Litzy Sustainability Talks. Welcome to our 5th video where we discuss environmental justice, or rather injustices around the world. Our subtopic for today is going to be good news. Climate change is real, and so are its consequences. Throughout this entire series, we've dissected various issues related to environmental injustice. Now we will discuss the positive aspects and also the, in real time, fruit of our labor. The Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, are considered to be the world's best plan because it aims to fix 17 different global issues. Every year, the UN Secretary General presents an annual SDG report, which is developed in cooperation with the UN system and based on the global indicator framework and data produced by national statistical systems and information collected at the regional level.
Other actions being taken are global climate strikes. These strikes have been taking place for a while now. Recently, in September, tens of thousands of climate activists have held marches around the world, calling for an end to the burning of planet-warming fossil fuels.
Climate protesters in Germany marched through the streets on Friday, and more demonstrations are expected around the world this weekend. There are more than 500 global gatherings planned, from Pakistan and Nigeria to the United States.
What do we want?
In a year of record-breaking floods, wildfires, and droughts, their aim is to get governments to immediately end subsidies for oil and gas and to cancel any plans for expanding production. This protester says she traveled over 300 miles to be in Berlin
in order to create the possibility that a real change can also take place in regard to the environment, and that it is a social policy that takes care that people can still survive, because the direct consequence of environmental destruction is that people die in this world.
Okay, y'all, our code word for today is
hooray!
Rising concerns and pressure from environmental activists have forced politicians' hands into regulating emissions and generating plans to be more sustainable. Earlier this month, California's Governor Gavin Newsom signed the Climate Corporate Data Accountability Act. This act forces companies with annual revenues of $1 billion or more to report both their direct and indirect greenhouse gas emissions starting in 2026 and 2027. That means oil and gas companies like Chevron will likely have to account for emissions from vehicles that use their gasoline, and Apple will have to account for materials that go into their iPhones. Acts like this bring much needed transparency and let us know, or let us better estimate if we're making substantial progress. This demonstrates the power that we the people possess, as we are the ones who fund the government through our taxes and these big corps through our hard-earned dollars.
Our journey of equity for all is very long and very tedious.
But it is extremely important that we celebrate all our victories and that we boost our morale. Thank you guys so much for watching Yen and Litzy Sustainability Talks.
We hope to see you again.
Bye.